Call me back when you get this, or when you got a minute. We really need to talk. Wait,
Hello, I hope everyone's having a really great day. I'm just going to do a little flip through of my 2020 memory journal. She's a chunky girl like me. Okay. Oh, just a quick introduction. My name's Michelle. I've been journaling on and off for about 30 years. And now I've seen the last maybe last 12 years consistently. And then about 2019, I would say, I started doing memory journals. And these can be anything from cards or photographs, things like that. Or sometimes I'll do travel journals as well. And I will be doing a flip through of my first one from that as well. But just today, I'm going to do my 2021. Hope you can see okay. So I'll tend to put in, now this journal is by a company called Moonster. And they're available on Amazon. And the leather is so soft, it's amazing. And what I like about these is because I like to stuff a lot of things into these journals. They come in five signatures that are stitched in. Where's the other end? There. And it's got kind of a little gap in between each one. So it kind of gives you extra room for when you stuff in your journal. So it doesn't kind of come right out. It keeps it nice and together. Okay. Some of my writings I will be blurring because obviously they're pretty private. But I just wanted to show you my layout of how I decorate them and what I put in and that kind of thing. So I always start off with a monthly planner. You'll find with this paper, it's made of, it's not made of trees, it's made of like a recycled cotton. So it kind of makes it kind of look a bit almost fluffy. So sometimes when you stick stickers and washi tape, they tend to flick up a bit. Sometimes I have to sort of keep re-sticking them a little bit or gluing them back down. Anyway. So I started off on the 1st of January. I'll just tend to put in things like photographs and decorate it with little stamps and that kind of thing. And washi tape, I love washi tape. I like these foiled ones because they've got a bit of a shimmer to them. I like them. The reason why I do this is we've all got hundreds and hundreds of photographs on our mobile phones. I don't know about you, I'm always frightened of losing them because they're kind of, well, they're memories, aren't they? Things that you picture to take every day. And I just like to, rather than just print them out, I like to document them as well. So rather than just having a photograph and wondering what I did on that day, well, I can journal with it as well. And it's not only nice for me, but it's nice for my family members. You know, I can pass this down to my family members. See here? He comes, they tend to come unstuck a little bit. So, you know, if people decide to do these, if you've got children, I think it's just a really nice idea to pass them on to your children. And they can see the things that you've done in your life, whether you've, you know, the way you've travelled to and the people you've met and the things you've done. Good or bad, doesn't really matter. Just a nice way of, I wish I had something like this from my grandparents or my mum, you know, to see what they did in their lives. Especially my grandparents, you know, when my granddad was in the army and that kind of thing. See how this washi shade's kind of got a lovely shimmer to it, I love it. And that's my Xena. I love that picture because it was just snowing I do these, what they call these, what do they call them? Tip-ins, I think they call them. Oh, sorry. Hello again. I had to start again because I'd accidentally turned my camera off. Okay, so start again. So there's another planner. There's me. I buy a lot of these stickers from Amazon, sometimes eBay as well. And these are my favourites because these are like they're made from a washi paper. So the background is kind of see-through. So you haven't got that big white border all the way around it. And I do actually have my own Etsy shop. And I do sell my own stickers. And I'll leave a link below to my Etsy shop if anybody's interested in having a little look, a little mooch about. And this is our Tess, my mum's cat. And we really sadly, we lost her in the December of 2020. She is my Zina's sister. And this was when my mum was in hospital. And she was so clingy, she wouldn't leave me. This was a sat on my knee, getting cuddles. And I really miss her. It's like losing a member of your family, isn't it, when you lose animals? And I use these a lot as well. These are, what are they called? Dymo labels, I think they're called. And you'll see these throughout my journal. I use them quite a lot. And this was, oh, there's my dress. I'll have to blur that out. This was a little card from a bouquet of flowers that my mum sent to me when she was in hospital. And it was just to say thank you for looking after her when she was poorly. Sometimes I'll just do some simple journaling and I'll print out a quote that I've seen online and just stick that in. Doesn't always have to be pictures, it can just be something. I call this free therapy journaling. Yeah, it's sometimes, you know, if you're having a tough day or you want to get things off your mind, just write it down. You don't have to show anyone. Yeah, it does help. I find it does, because I suffer from stress and anxiety. I do find it helps. Mental health isn't a good thing, but if you can't speak to somebody, then at least journal about it, your thoughts and your feelings and what you're going through. And sometimes you can read back at your months and the years and you sometimes realise how things have changed for the better. I do love quotes, I really do. I love this washi tape because it's got a bit of a, let's say, it's got a bit of a gold shimmer to them. I really love them. This was Mother's Day. Sometimes I'll cut out what they call ephemera. This is from my mum's Mother's Day card that she decided she didn't want to keep. So I thought, well, I'll keep it and just cut it out and put it in here. Those are the flowers I bought for her. And I think I bought these stickers from, I think it was Boys. And it came in a, where is it? In a quite a large roll of all different ones. Just in case you're interested. All different ones. And those are used. And it also came in these ones as well. And this is washi tape. This is something I would like to eventually start making myself. Like I say, I do I have an Etsy shop where I make my own sticker sheets and I sell handmade jewellery, digital sketches, my photography and prints, So if anyone's interested in having a little mooch about on it, I'll post a link below to the link to my Etsy shop. There's Tess. I will be running a Valentine's Day sale, 15% off, between the 1st and the 15th of February. The planner. Just more journal again. And this is, I don't know if you can see, that is Tess, and that's my Xena, and that was their birthday that day. Like bookends. And this was a lovely card. At the time I was working in a care home last year, and this was a lovely little card from one of the residents' daughters. Yeah, the March of last year, I ended up giving up my job due to stress and anxiety. And then within the first few months of being on sick, I decided to become self-employed and run my own business. And I now run Zolliedezigns on Etsy, and it's been the best decision I ever made. I'm so much happier as a person, just to be my own boss. And yeah. There's my Xena sat on my bed with me getting cuddles. Now this is a funny story. I've always loved the Fast Show, and one day I was watching it. I hadn't seen it for a few years, and this particular episode, I realised that they actually filmed in my hometown, and I was so proud. I wish I'd seen them there, because I absolutely love that show. I really do. Okay. This was a little thank you card from the bosses where I worked, because at the time we were going through COVID and we were key workers, and it was a tough time, you know, for everybody. And I absolutely have got a lot of admiration for nurses and doctors and the paramedics that were working through it, because it was a really, yeah, it was a tough time. Still is, but I think we're getting there slowly but surely. What they gave us was a little, it was like one of those little friendship bracelets. I don't know if you can see that. Just there. Nice little thank you gift. Let's put my crap out of the way. Just to let you know, I do mumble. As you can imagine. And I do talk really fast, so I really apologise. I might have to put subtitles on this. Some of these pictures I will be blurring because it's just for privacy. People on there, other people other than me. This was a sad, I will be blurring these because obviously this is all private journaling. But the reason I was sad is because I was supposed to be flying to Canada to see some friends of mine and stay with them. But obviously because of COVID we couldn't fly. There's me. I do like using stamps, and there's more of those foil washi tapes. If I can, I might try and leave a link to where I bought these, if I've still got them. And this day I bought a new camera, and it was a a Lumix 63.9. Really great camera. I used to have a Canon 5D Mark IV, but I found it was so heavy that I decided to go for a, this is a Micro Four Thirds, which is a lot, it's not so much smaller, but it's a lot lighter than my old camera. I love the colour of the layout of that one, with the minty green and the pink. And there's me going for a day of photography with my new camera. Like I say, I do sell some of my photography as prints. I love that day, I was so happy that day. I can honestly say I'm truly blessed by where I live. I live in such a lovely area. And this picture here, I've actually digitally sketched that picture, and that's also available on my Etsy shop. That's definitely me. Always stargazing. I'm going to have to blur this because I don't want her a name in it, but this was a little letter from one of the residents where I used to work, and it was so sweet, and I thought I'd keep it. I'll pop that in my journal. Some of these stickers, I think I bought these from Lidl's, and they come in. Obviously they don't sell them anymore, but it's something you can keep a lookout for. And they came in like packs of, right, back to back. And I wish I bought more. As you do, you buy one pack, you think, oh, and you come home and you think, why don't I buy more of them? Because they're so pretty. And they weren't much, I think they were about £3. Something like that. Yeah, I'm really sad I didn't buy more. Hey ho. This was a nice day for shopping. Bit of retail therapy. It's got to be done. And we have a really nice shop where I live called Lemon, and they do really lovely shoes and clothes. Lovely. And I bought some ballerina shoes for, I think they were £5 from 15. For a nice coffee, and I do put receipts or extra photos in these little envelopes. And I've been to the art shop and bought new Winsor and Newton ink, because I do like to use, occasionally I like to use these little dip pens. They're really hard to get a hang of. I'm still practicing with them, but it looks nice though. And I've treated myself to a lovely leather handbag from a company called Barber. They're amazing. Some journals. And I bought myself this pen. It's a Twisby Eco T, I think it's called. Yeah. And it's a piston fillable. So you basically, you turn this, you dip it into your ink well, and then you twist, and fills it up through here, so you don't use cartridges. And I absolutely love this pen. It's my favourite pen, and that's this one here. I love the colour. It's my favourite colour. That mint green. Love it. At the time I was a member of Slimming World and I'd lost 4.5 stone at this point. So proud. And that was me going to my Slimming World group. One of my favourite seasons is autumn. I love seeing the trees changing colours. And that's another Moonster Journal that I bought. This one's a tree of life. It's kind of like embossed on the front. And this one's just a plain. It's kind of got like a scalloped design on it. So beautiful, these journals. I can't recommend these enough. It's something that will last for years and years because the leather won't break. It'll just last forever, pretty much. That candle smells amazing. If anyone remembers Parma Violet Sweets, it smells exactly like that. Just my journaling. And this day I was so happy I'd won a bid for this beautiful typewriter. It's made by a company called Bluebird. And I think it's something like 1930s. Yeah, I won this on eBay and I was so happy. But the only problem is it needs, it does work, but it needs servicing. It needs a good clean and an oiling, and some of the keys are quite sticky. So at some point I will try and find a company in my area that will do servicing on typewriters. And this was another happy day. I'd gone down from a size, when I first started Slimming World I was a size UK 24, 26. Then I went down to a size 16. And then I almost got, well, pretty much got down to a size 14. And this day was when I bought my new size 14 jeans. They fit, but it wasn't a case of I didn't have to lie on my bed and try and zip them up and stand up. They fit just snug. So yeah, that was a happy day. We've all done that, those ladies, I'm sure. And these are just some side-by-side comparisons of from when I first started to how things were going. And this is Simba. This is my mum's cat. And this was his 6-year anniversary of his passing. He was a beautiful boy. We rescued him and his brother. So this was my mum's cat and I had his brother. And we rescued them on from an army camp. They were feral. I think they're only about 10 weeks old. Yeah, I do miss him very much. I sadly lost his brother as well. So we've only got Xena now, which is should be 17 in April. You won't think so to look at her. At this point I'd received my, I'd reached my 5-stone milestone. At the time we weren't going to group, we were still in quarantine. And we were all waiting at home at the time. So I didn't receive my award until a little while after. And this was my birthday. There's my Xena. Just keeping my presents. Just guarding my presents. You have to have chocolates on your birthday, don't you? You do. This was when I received my 5-stone award. We were back to group at that point. And this is a lovely picture of Simba and Mayoli sitting playing with each other. I love that picture. And this was the Wednesday, the 9th of December, was the day that we lost Tess. She had fluid on the lungs, and yeah, really sad day. This is Tess. This was the night before we had to take her to the vets, and we had to have her, sadly we had to have her put to sleep because she wasn't doing good. That was a bottle of Bailey's that the residents' family gave us, excuse me, at Christmas time. All the staff received a bottle of Bailey's, or I think it was Prosecco or that kind of thing. I chose Bailey's. And this was a little hamper that our bosses gave us at Christmas time, and they always give us gave us some Love to Shop vouchers at Christmas. Really nice. I'll just sometimes just stick these, you know, the labels of candles and that kind of thing. You know, just stick those in. Anything, whatever you want. That's my lovely mum. And that was our first Christmas. Because obviously with COVID we weren't allowed to, families weren't allowed to gather. And the only reason I was there is because I actually lived with my mum. So yeah, we had Christmas Day together. It was just me and my mum that day. Some more photographs in here. And that's like a glassine pouch. These are my absolute favourite chocolates. I buy them every year. I love them. Yeah, just stick them in. You know, anything you want. And I made like a little. Oh, wait. I also make these as well. These are wax sealed. I haven't got them up here to show you. I love making these. There's a lot of people on YouTube that inspire me on how to decorate journals. So if it looks familiar, it's because people have given me inspiration of what to do. Because I absolutely love doing these journal flip throughs, and I like watching them as well. I'm going to be doing some more in the future. I've got my travel journal to do. I've not quite finished the journal off yet, so I've got a, I think I'm almost to the end of it. And it was from 2011, and it's when I went to Canada for the first time. So I've got that one to flip through at some point. And then there's just some more photographs in here. These are some bits and bobs that I've posted in. So I'm just faffing on now. And that's the last page. So there we go. Right. Chunky 2020 journal, memory journal. So thank you for watching, and I hope to speak to you all again soon. Thank you.